All right. Very excited to have this guy on the show. He's going to be at Ruth Eckerd on October 11th. He has 10 studio albums, sold over 8 million albums. He is actually from the West Coast, La Mirada, California. He's been in the business for 3 decades. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Gary Allan.
Gary Allan! All right.
Gary, how are you, man?
I'm doing great. Just waking up in Nashville.
Okay, you're in Nashville right now. Listen,
Yeah.
I love the fact that you're from the West Coast. I'm from the West Coast as well. So I'm going to tell you a little story about La Mirada. We played their football team, and I was knocked unconscious by one of their players. So those boys know how to play in La Mirada. I'll just put it that way.
Nice.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's one of the La Mirada football coach last time I was there brought me a La Mirada football hat. So I'll be representing.
Yeah.
Wow, there you
If I
go.
see you wearing it, I'll probably get a headache. But very cool, man. Well, we talk about, 10 studio albums and you kind of reinventing yourself over and over and over again. I mean, it's so cool to see someone with that kind of longevity. I mean, what do you credit that to?
I think trying not to be jaded and always trying to roll with the punches and figure out how I fit into this format.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's the hardest part about being around for a long time is just not getting jaded. Get back in there and write and try to figure out how you're going to fit.
Well, we saw you open up for Luke Combs.
Yeah, 2 years ago on his stadium tour.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Right here in Tampa, and I was so excited to see you. But you've been in the business for so long. You're on a stadium tour opening for Luke Combs. Like, do you still get like butterflies? Do you still get the feeling of holy crap? It's a stadium.
Yeah, I still love to play. I mean, that's the whole reason that I make records. I love to tour. I've had a band since I was 12, so yeah, I definitely get off on stuff like that. It's crazy how many followers these kids have. Just all the new people coming in. It's crazy to think like when I came to town, they found a band, brought you to town, and then they had to figure out how they were going to break you to the world. And now with the internet, there's just so much more. So many more people. It's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. It is crazy. And the access they have to artists, the way they find your music now is a lot different. I mean, does that annoy you? Because I know some people do not like the fact that social media is such a big part of this because there's these TikTok stars overnight. I mean, does that bother you or are you kind of like, hey, more the merrier?
More the merrier. I think everybody brings something to it. I'm making a record right now, and it'll be the first record that I've made that's not on a major label. It's with 30 Tigers. So it'll be the first time that I've released a record when radio probably won't be the forefront of what they're doing. And I have no idea what that looks like or what that is. So I'll let you know next year. I'm making a record right now with Frank Liddell, though, right now. He's one of the original guys that signed me.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
That's awesome.
I love that.
So with all these younger artists that are, obviously becoming really popular, who are you a fan of? Who are you listening to? Whose music are you liking?
Probably Luke Combs.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorites. And then I've kind of random made friends with people that I don't really know about their music. Tucker Wetmore ended up being a friend of a friend that I've spent like a couple weeks in the Bahamas with him. Just random through friends, but
That's cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. I'm so bad at listening. I'm like,
What kind of music do you listen
I listen
to?
to like, I do. I listen to like 70s and 80s country.
Okay.
Yeah, it's usually really old stuff that makes me smile.
I love that.
That's all right. So,
Talking to Gary Allan right now. Going to be at Ruth Eckerd October 11th. Go see Gary Allan.
Yes.
I mean, this is a show that you will not want to miss. When I lived in Texas, I got to see you quite a bit at a bunch of different places. But I'm very glad that you're coming to Florida to do a show. How do you describe your show? I was trying to put it into words, but it's a different experience.
Oh, I don't know. It's usually high energy. I've got a lot of albums, so we try to make sure that we get a little bit of everything. Just kind of walk you through time back from the mid-'90s to now.
Okay, very cool. All right, I got a selfish question now. This is Watching Airplanes. Is that a song that you still love to sing? I know it's a big hit for you, but is it a song that you still love to sing?
Oh, yeah. We close our show with it right now.
Okay.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, because I was, broke as a kid, so I didn't have a whole lot of money to date. So we would go over to, and you will know this, John Wayne Airport in Orange County, California, and we would sit in the lot where you park for overnight parking, and we'd watch the planes fly over the 405.
That's great. I was there last week. I know exactly.
Yeah, so we would turn that song on and listen to it, and I was like, Gary Allan knows what we're talking about. and it's not exactly that meaning, but we were like, hey, we're watching airplanes.
There you go. Good
Love it,
stuff, man.
So I have to ask you, is this story true about you leaving your tape cassette in the glove box of a dealership that you worked at, and then the car was purchased by a very wealthy couple, and they ended up giving you the rest of the money that you needed to go make your record? Is that a true story?
That is a true story.
Wow.
I didn't leave a CD in there, but there was a CD in there, and they came in to get it washed and said, "Who's this?" And I said, "That's me," and answered a bunch of questions for them. And while they were waiting for their car to get washed, and they ended up giving me $12,000 to go make a demo in Nashville, Tennessee, and I got a record contract and ended up giving them their $12,000 back.
Oh, you did? I was going to ask you, did you give the money back?
And just karma, keep it coming. And it turned out they owned a gold mine in Alaska. And anyway, how random is that? Usually you don't even like the guy you bought your car from.
Right. Now, did you keep in contact with these people? Did they come see you years later when you were headlining shows?
Yeah, I haven't seen them in the last probably 5 years. They were a pretty old couple, and but they would come clean out my merch booth, and they always said they still had that truck that I sold them, and they were really, really sweet, really nice people.
That's a great
That is
story.
an awesome story.
Yeah.
I love that.
And we know Gary Allan's not selling lemons. I mean, he's selling quality products.
Quality products, yeah.
I love that.
Now, Gary, I've been a big fan. Smoke Rings in the Dark was how I got introduced to you, and I just became an instant fan and followed your career. 1 year around CRS, I got invited to go to Luke Bryan's house for the Super Bowl for a party, and you were there, and the satellite at halftime ended up going out, and we're standing around Gary Allan while you have your phone, you're holding it up for everybody. And I'll never forget that memory, watching Justin Timberlake's halftime show on Gary Allan's cell phone.
I do remember that. That was awful.
That's a great story.
I was one of the ones standing behind you.
That's so awesome.
That's great. I remember they had this big elaborate sound system for it, too, and then it all just crashed right before.
That's right. I totally remember. Yeah, that's just one of my favorite memories, just being a fan of yours and just kind of, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is Gary Allan. The Smoke Rings in the Dark.
Thank God Gary paid his bill. This is great. We got good service and we're great. Love it. Talking to Gary Allan, going to be at Ruth Eckerd October 11th. Get your tickets for this. Dude, thank you for just doing what you do and keeping it going and representing country in a very unique way. And what gets you out of bed every morning when it comes to still making music?
I still love to write. So I love to go, meet with my friends, drink coffee. They either come to my house or we go to a studio. And I still enjoy that process. So I think that's what keeps me going.
That's so good.
Love it, man. All right, well, we will see you October 11th, Ruth Eckerd Hall here in Tampa. Thanks so much for coming on the show, and we appreciate you so much.
Sounds good. I appreciate you guys. Thanks.
All right, see you, Gary. I'm going to say it again. That's a show you want to see. I mean, because you forget how many songs he has. And I kind of butchered the question when I was saying, you kind of do country music in a unique way, but who do you compare him to?
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely a little bit different. He's got that California country, right?
Yeah.
So you just kind of think of that style, and that's what he is. He uses this different style guitar. He has a different sound. Seeing him in front of Luke Combs at the stadium, like I've seen him multiple times at other venues, but just seeing him like in that venue 25 years after his career, really has gotten going. I mean, it was so awesome, and everyone knows every song, Nothing On But the Radio, and all these huge hits. It was just great seeing him, and I just love that guy. I really do.
He's a humble guy, and obviously, some artists at his career or where he's at in his career would say, I'm not opening it up for some young kid.
Right.
But he gets it. He's
Yeah.
like, we're passing this along. I'm not jaded in this. Like, this is how more the merrier, as he said. And I'm going to be a part of this. I'm going to stay relevant. And he did that by doing a show with Luke Combs, and then obviously has a lot of high praise for Luke Combs.
Oh, yeah.
So that's got to feel good if you're Luke.
Yeah, but it's Ruth Eckerd Hall is a great place to see a show. I mean, the acoustics are amazing, and every seat in the house is like just an awesome seat. So if you've never been to Ruth Eckerd, I highly recommend going out there and and checking out the show. It's going to be good. It's going to be like a sing along all night.
Yeah, get your tickets October 11th. He will be there. That's Gary Allan.